white and gray flakes on your hairline, around your beautiful black dress or sacco. This is something what is annoying you, and you getting it all the time, particularly if you're stressed. So you saw it on somebody else and you're wondering what it is and what you can do not to get it maybe in the future. If dandruff is a topic you're interested in, you definitely should stick now with me. So hi everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Dr. Liv. I'm a board certified dermatologist. Actually everybody is calling me just Dr. Liv. My whole name is Dr. Liv Kraemer. Anyhow, I'm sitting in my beautiful clinic here in the middle of city Zurich center, and I decided to do another video about a topic you're actually asking me a lot about it. Dandruff. So all these flakes around the scalp, around your beautiful clothes, and something what you really want to get rid of, and you're wondering how does it come. So let's maybe go through what is dandruff. We don't really know why does it happening exactly, but we know that because of a higher production. You remember, if you have seen all my other videos about blackheads, whiteheads, I like to draw. Today I will not draw too much, so just let me explain a little bit, just briefly. So the surface of the skin, also on the scalp, is like a cobblestone wall. You have a great production from underneath, and on top everything, all the dead skin cells shredding away. Good production, everything is shredding away. So sometimes the productions increase and you're shredding more cells away, and this is happening on the scalp. So, and nothing happens with just one reason. As I always say, it is like a Swiss watch. You have a couple of wheels moving before the big hand is moving. So sometimes in life, something gets into imbalance. So because of stress, because of certain reason happening in the family, at home, at school, wherever. So suddenly your imbalance switches. So what do I mean with imbalance? So you have a lot of bacterial and fungus on your skin. You're never alone. So they love you, you love them. But as I said, in certain situations in life, these imbalances can kind of get out of balance. So certain kind of funguses, sometimes some bacteria, growing. So in the course of dandruff, or in the topic of dandruff, most of the time it is a certain kind of fungus we call Malassezia furfur. Funny name, it is not a dog, it is actually a fungus, which is normally on your skin and it doesn't bother, but if the imbalance happening, they are overgrowing. And because of excessive oil production, the more shredding of skin, and this fungus really loves it and grows more, so you're getting more of these flakes visible. So there are of course different courses what can kind of getting to this dandruff. Just very briefly, because it might confuse you otherwise. It is, of course, seborrheic dermatitis. What does it mean? Seborrheic means kind of sebum, like more oil production. Rho means floating, it's Latin. So seborrheic means more sebum happening and getting produced. And dermatitis is everything what has to do with skin and skin kind of imbalances. So if you have more oil production, certain areas, typical men, they have it like around their kind of the eyebrows, between the nose, and of course in the hair. So if this is happening, this imbalances, they're producing more oil, and therefore more of specific fungus can grow because the imbalance is happening. Another reason could be also like eczema. So if you really have dry skin, atopic dermatitis, I don't want to go into this topic. Or sometimes what also happens, why you can get more kind of shredding away of dead skin, which you see as dandruff, is contact dermatitis. What is contact dermatitis? So just imagine something doesn't like your skin, or your skin doesn't like it. For example, by always having contact, right, all the time. And suddenly your skin says, no, 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 right? And is producing, or they're happening certain pathways. I don't want to get complicated. So suddenly you're developing a kind of a dermatitis because of a contact of certain ingredients. So make it now easy. For example, you're using too harsh products, kind of dyes, hairsprays, hair gels, hair mousse, always getting in contact with your scalp, and suddenly it's starting to kind of getting this imbalance because of this contact dermatitis. You have also some of really heavy fungus infection or also psoriasis, which can cause this dandruff, but this is really sickness. So I don't want to talk about illnesses. I just want to talk about certain light dandruff on your hair scalp, which you see as flakes on your hair lightly and also on your beautiful gown or beautiful dress. We call it in a normal way dandruff. So what you can do to kind of make this balance happening. First of all, stress reduction. So really try to figure out what's happening in your family, in your personal life. Maybe there was a divorce from your family, from mom and dad. Maybe you had some stress at school or at university. So try to really get some exercise done, calm down, try yoga, try to switch off phones to calm down with all the social media. So this is definitely one kind of cause which you can reduce by yourself. If you get sick, it of course can happen as well, imbalancing, or of course if it is really cold and dry outside, so heavy winter, it can actually push this. So what possibilities you have? So maybe think about what not to do first. So don't use this heavy oils, right? Because oils, heavy oils on the scalp and heavy kind of maybe like putting something on to make it even warm, like warm oils or warm kind of towels, this will actually give it an environment which these funguses, this bacteria will love. So stop doing this. Wash your hair regularly with certain shampoos, the ingredients I will talk later on. Don't try to kick away, don't try to pick away the scales. Please don't, because it even gets worse. Why? Because all the bacteria around your nails and you kind of we're getting the bacterial inside because you're hurting your scalp, and then you really might develop a heavy infection. So don't pick. So now let's come to ingredients you really can look for out there. Out there, I mean without prescription, in grocery stores. Different countries, different possibilities. So let's stick with these, which are probably available in all countries. There are a couple of ingredients, let's say 4 and 5 of them. So one I can't barely pronounce, so therefore I put it somewhere here. It calls zinc furfur, right? As you know, English is not my mother tongue, so therefore, excuse me if I don't pronounce it right? So therefore, I put it here somewhere on the screen. So zinc furfur, right? What is it? This ingredient actually is antifungus, antibacterial, and antiseptic. So it's kind of calming down the overproduction, the imbalance, right? So used for shampoos which have this ingredient. Then you will probably find, if you Google certain things, silicic acid as an ingredient. So what is actually silicic acid? If you remember, I was talking this in my black hat and white hat video about acne. So now you're wondering why acne and dandruff. So silicic acid is removing dead skin cells from on top. So what does it mean? If you have really heavy scaly things, don't pick, try to use then the ingredient silicic acid. They're available in lower concentration to remove the stickiness in a kind of a shampoo to really get other ingredients working better. Right? So this is why silicic acid is in most shampoos against dandruff visible. Another one is selenium sulfate. So it is an ingredient used mostly in shampoos, free available, so without prescription in a couple of countries against specific funguses. So keeping this balance back into shape. So this is why selenium sulfate is as an ingredient listed in the dandruff shampoos. And the last one, it is an ingredient in a couple of country prescription, right? In other countries available over the counter, so in a grocery store, it is the ingredient ketoconazole. So it is an ingredient specific against funguses in a low concentration in shampoos you can use. But don't use the ingredient just like all the time. Really go to a dermatologist and speak to him about how to use it properly. If it's the real thing for you is dandruff not caused by something else. So try summarizing these 3 ingredients. Look for if you go on searching for ingredients on shampoos, on gels against dandruff, knowing why you're using them. Don't pick because you're getting it even worse, you're even really developing infections. So don't pick. Wash your hair regularly with one of the ingredients. Try not to use harsh products anyway on your scalp, and try to reduce stress. So I hope this was of interest of you. I hope I helped you. Give me a thumb up, subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated. Follow me or be my friend on my other social media accounts like Instagram, Dr Liv. If I'm traveling around, you can see my Insta story and be close to me. Okay, see you then. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, recommend it to a friend maybe. Bye bye.